Welcome back to Tuesday Talk. Hello again. Welcome again to Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. Test. Is this thing testing? Hello? Test. 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 Testing. Welcome to... is this working at all? Yeah. This is frustrating. Okay, before you panic, I did that intentionally. Try to make a point. I've been doing videos now and really full-time sort of looking at a camera for about 2.5 years, even though we did stuff beforehand. But since COVID especially, I've been doing videos for like the last 2.5 years. And obviously... Tuesday Talks, I do Tuesday Talks a lot. I do Sunday virtual, do other stuff. And, you get comfortable enough doing this where you usually can do it in one take. Maybe sometimes you mess up, or in my case, the dog barks, and I have to sort of readjust. But I got pretty good at doing this. However, the beauty about making videos is that if you mess up, you can stop, start over again. Or if there's a section that something happens, or a delivery guy comes to the door, or the dog barks, or maybe when your kids are home, they make noise and you have to edit that out. I have the power as the creator to remove those pieces out of the video. Or if I'm trying to start an intro, and sometimes for me, the hardest thing to do is get going. Like once I'm get going, I'm okay. I just kind of look at this little dot in the camera and pretend it's your face. But sometimes it's kind of awkward to get going. Like, do I come in with high energy? Do I come low? Do I say hello? That's sort of an awkward thing. But I don't always post that part, right? I take those parts out and I usually start with the one that I like the best or the most comfortable with. But you as a viewer don't know that. Now, maybe if you've done any kind of video editing, or maybe you just kind of common sense would tell you, he probably may have messed up. Maybe he, stuttered and wanted to recreate. You take that part out. And if you watch videos online, you'll notice that some people do a lot of heavy editing. But that's the beauty of being the creator, right? Because I know the content I'm trying to get across to you. And if I make a mistake, I can take that out and you'll never know it. Because you're only going to see what I show you in the end. Like I could just stop right now and start over again and record a whole new 3 minutes here, and you would never know that. And so as a creator and as a trying to do these videos, I don't put my mistakes on here. Because honestly, if I put my mistakes, it would probably be funny for some, and it would just sort of be frustrating for me because I still make mistakes every once in a while, but you never see those mistakes. Now, if we were doing it live, if you've been live with me on Sunday mornings, I've made my fair share of mistakes. But if I'm doing a video that I'm recording and I'm going to edit and put online, I make mistakes, but you don't see that. You only see the finished product. So for you, you might go, wow, those always look, wow, he never makes a mistake. I know. But also, too, I don't stress about making mistakes because I know if I make a mistake, I just click the button, start over again. Or if I make a mistake in the middle, I just keep going. And when I get done the video, I go back and I erase it, take that chunk out, and you never know. Now, that's awesome for creating videos, but honestly, life doesn't work like that. Even though it'd be great if it could work like that, right? Wouldn't it be awesome that if you started your day and it's just going downhill, you hit a button, you go back to bed, and you wake up and start over again? Or maybe you've ever had one of those conversations that you put your foot in your mouth and you just want to stop talking, but you can't stop talking. You say something, or you just have one of those moments, right? Those brain cramp moments. You wish you could just stop, edit that out, remove it, and keep going. Unfortunately, life's not like that. But here's the problem. And this is a great example because my dog is right next to me and he seemingly wants to come in here now and play with his toy. This would be a good time to edit this part out. But you know what? I'm being real today. I'm going to leave it in there. If you hear wrestling, I'm not being attacked. My dog seems to want to be in here with a toy. We keep it real on Tuesday Talks. Anyways, back to my point. We often look at our life and we know God has a plan, right? We know God has a plan and a purpose, or at least we believe that. Whether or not we really deep down inside live that way, we know the Bible says God has a plan for our life. But we struggle because, let's be frank, we're not always perfect. In fact, we're far from perfect. Most of us. Now, a few of you may be better than some, but that's only a mirage because according to the Bible, there's none good, no, not one. But I know there's a purpose for my life. I know there's a plan. I don't always know. Most of the time, I don't know what that plan and purpose is. But I know there's something that God has created me for. But let's be frank. I'm a human. I'm a very flawed human. I could give you my resume of flaws, but I don't have the time to go through them all today. But I'm a flawed human being. I make mistakes. And I got to be frank with you. When I see the plan of God in my life, I think of perfection and beauty and this amazing purpose. But most of the time, because of my flaws, I fall really short of that expectation. And therefore, now at 42 years old, I feel like I'm on plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. In fact, I'll be frank with you. I'm towards the end of the alphabet. I'm on plan X, and I only have 2 letters left, plan Y, plan Z, and then I'm out of plans. And so we live that way, right? We live as if our life, if it would have gone this way, or we would have made this decision, or we wouldn't have done this, or this would have happened to us, our life would be different. So therefore, most of us, because of our past or our mistakes or what has been done to us, we feel like we're living on plan B. And so when we talk about the will of God, the purpose of God for our life, we often don't fully embrace it because we feel like that God is sort of, having to dummy down our life's purpose because of our past mistakes. And we really wish we had that editing feature in our life like we do with these videos where we could start over. We could go back to the beginning and we make those mistakes when we were a child or the teenagers that have shaped our life or has brought us continuing shame. Or we could erase those memories and those situations where someone hurt us or took advantage of us, or that relationship that went bad, or that decision where I took this job, but man, if I'd have taken that job, and if I could hit the reset button, then we could go back and we could try it over again, but we don't. And so therefore, we feel like right now, we know God has a plan. Obviously, God has a plan. But we feel like maybe that plan isn't exactly what it could have been. But in reality, God's plan doesn't involve the alphabet. In fact, in God's way, there is no plan B. It's just a plan. And what I mean by that is this. So I do have this, my trusty companion here today, my whiteboard, because this is really easy to understand visually. And if I could draw it out. And I've used this before, but I just really felt strong to share it with somebody today. Let's just say this is you, right? We'll just put you down here. You're a nice little stick figure. We'll give you a little bit of hair so you don't feel like you're just bald on top. But this is you, right? And we know that there is somewhat of a destination for our life. Let's just say X marks the spot, right? And we know that we're going to get there, right? This is where we're trying to get to. And so we think very linearly. Is that the right word? This is probably one of those things I should edit out. We think in straight lines. That's a bad way of saying it. And so therefore we think, and let me see here, get to my trusty bag of tools here. We would think that the easiest way for me to get here to where I'm going, or my destination, or my full purpose would obviously be to take it straight there. Because let's be frank, who wants to detour when you know where you're going? Today, if you are about to go to Florida for vacation, who wants to drive to Idaho? Doesn't make sense, right? I got a destination, and if you live here where we live in Maryland, there is one road you got to get on, and you stay on that road, and that's the road that's going to take you to Florida. You get on I-95 South, I-95 South will take you all the way to Florida. In fact, it will take you all the way to Miami if you want to go that far down. And so that's how we think, right? We're like, okay, God, I'm here, and I want to get there, so show me I-95, and I'll get on that, and I'll put it on cruise control, and that's the way my life's going to be, and I'm going to be okay, and then I'm just waiting for my life to come to full circle. But God doesn't think this way. Because let's be honest, nobody's life goes this way. Mine hasn't, and certainly yours hasn't. And so reality, my life kind of goes this way. My life kind of goes this way. Sometimes it goes this way. And sometimes it's over there. And then sometimes I double back to here. And then sometimes I'm over there. And then sometimes I get going straight. And I'm like, woo, watch out now. I'm God's first cousin. Everything in my life is great. And the next thing you know, be careful when you think you got it right, because that's when it all goes wrong. And bam, we're back this way. And you go this way, and then over here is this way, and then I'm back over here, and then I get on the straight and narrow, and I'm almost to my destination. I feel like it's my season. I'm about to get my breakthrough. Here it is. Ready? I'm almost there. Shout with me. And then next thing you know, life hits me. And then failure hits. Struggle hits. Addiction hits. Depression hits. Frustration hits. Confusion hits. And then sometimes I feel like I'm right back where I started. Now, here's the problem. Here's me. Here's my destination. In my opinion, my life should look like this. It should be this beautiful green line ascending to my purpose. But in reality, when I look at my life, it looks like a jumbled 2-year-old that got loose with a crayon. It doesn't really make any sense. I can see portions of my life that I seem to have been going in the right direction, but with every ascension, there always seemed to be something that derailed me, and sometimes it really got bad, and I went backwards. And a lot of times I felt like I was just treading water. I was going side to side, and then I had some seasons of my life that were really sort of abrupt, and then I had some seasons of my life I just maintained. But when I look at my life, I go, I don't really feel like I'm getting to my purpose. And so now, I was on plan A, but now I'm plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. I'm on plan S. I don't have any chances left, because if I could have just started here and done plan A, what kind of person would I be? And that's how we see it. And let's be frank, boy, the devil loves to have our life look like this picture. But you see, in reality, it's not like this at all. God doesn't view our life like this, and neither does his plan work like this. Because in reality, there's no straight line in God, because God knows, he says, I know your frame, that you're but dust. Because let's be frank, you know what? Sometimes we do start off straight, but let's be frank. We do fall. We do go. We do have struggle. We get hurt. We have our good days. We have our bad days. We have a good week. We have a bad month. We get hurt. We struggle. We deal with depression. And so that's the way we think God sees us. But in reality, I'm here and I look at my life, and now all I've done is just get to this point. And you look and go, man, I'm a failure. I'll never be who God wants me to be, because I think of all this. But you see, that's the power of God. That's the power of the blood, and that's the power of who he is. Because you know what? God doesn't see where I'm at. He only sees me for what I'm going to become. Because we think we start here, but in God's world, we've already started here, because he sees the end from the beginning. So for us, we're down here, but in God's world, we're already up here. So you know what? Today, you might be here, and you might be thinking, you know what? Look at where I've been. Look at my life. Look at just like a squirrel, just a mess. But you know what? When you got up today, and you said, God, today, I can't change my past. I can't go back and fix the mistakes. I can't go back and things that were done to me and the things I've done. But today, God, I'm starting fresh. You know what God does in his work? He doesn't see any of this. There is no plan B, C. You're just still in God's plan, because you know what? You're starting from here. And today, you get up and you keep going, honey. You might have a straight day today. Tomorrow may be a crooked day. Thursday may be a good day. Friday may be a bad day. Saturday may be a maintained day. Sunday, you might just get right next to Jesus. But Monday, you might fall down. But you know what? Don't worry about it every day. Because you know what? God's not looking at you from here to here. He is looking at you from here to here. You know what? I finish with this. How many Hallmark fans do we have out there, right? Getting close to Hallmark time. Woo, time to get their Hallmarks out because Hallmark season's coming. We get to watch all the Hallmark movies. And everybody who watches Hallmark knows the storyline. In fact, they don't ever change the plot. They just change the characters and the lines they speak because the plot's always the same. I got to be honest with you. I've never watched a Hallmark where I was like, are they going to get together? Are they going to find love? Is it all going to work out? Because I know what's going to happen. They're going to fall in love. They're going to fall out of love. And then in the end, they're going to fall into love. So it's fascinating to see how the story's going to play out, how they're going to twist and turn. But you know, at the end, most Hallmark movies end with a kiss. So if you're watching them, you're enjoying the ups and downs of the journey because you already know the destination is a kiss. You don't watch it with stress. You watch it with anticipation. You want to see how the story unfolds. God already knows your story. He knows your end. He's not stressed at the zigzags of your life because he doesn't even see the zigzag. He just sees where you are and where you're going because he's already been where you are. And he knows where you're going because he knows the end from the beginning. He's already in your end from the beginning. So can I tell you this today? God doesn't have a plan B for your life. You're not on plan C, D, E, F, G, H. Well, you don't know what I've done. I don't care. You're in God's plan, period. His plan doesn't have an alphabet. So you know what? No matter what you've done, no matter what mistakes you made, no matter where your life has zigzagged, just today, start today. I don't care if you've had a great day or a horrible day. You got to reset today. God's plan today because he already has your life worked out. All you got to do is just get out and walk in his will every day. And when you fall, you get back up and keep walking. You're not on plan B. You're on God's plan. God bless you as always. Tuesday Talk. You can see all the rest of Tuesday Talks here. It's been a little bit. My physical limitations have kept me from recording, but I'm back in the saddle again today. Well, sort of. I'm back in a chair, so that's a positive. But you can always watch all the Tuesday Talks here on YouTube, right here, Antioch West YouTube channel. Click on Tuesday Talk playlist. They're all right there. I always, as always, hope and pray that you're challenged and encouraged and grow closer to Jesus by what you see and listen to here. God bless you as always, and until next time, we'll see you again.